Alright, hey there guys. We have a really exciting one today, and I'm quite excited to see this. Just found it in the liquor store a couple days ago. Just getting around to reviewing it now. Actually, it's the same day I bought the Dos Equis in my previous review. Okay, this is Propeller Pilsner, and this is Bohemian style Pilsner. So this is from the Propeller Company right here in Nova Scotia. Probably the premier craft brewery in Nova Scotia, in my opinion. They nudge above Garrison just a bit. So it's 5% ABV. This is a nice little 500 milliliter bottle. Bit different than the standard ones. Bit of a shorter neck. It's done, they're trying to capture like an authentic Pilsner style here instead of just, making a crappy lager and calling it a Pilsner. Apparently on Beer Advocate it gets a B+, which is very good. They recommend that you use a Stange or a Pilsner glass, a Pokal, or a mug. I'm just going to use the oversized wine glass so I can get everything. I think they started making this around December 2007, and at the time they just had it in the regular 341 milliliter bottles, and it was seasonal, I believe. Now it's a year-round beer. I've already had a little bit of this, and it was really good. It uses a combination of Canadian and Euro malts. The malts are North American pale malts, just standard malts, and Pilsen malts, okay? And the hops used is a variety of noble hops called Spalt, and this sits at 27 IBUs. So they really are shooting for an authentic sort of Pilsner thing, where you're supposed to have the sort of sweet, flowery bouquet, sweet malt taste up front, and then have a really nice, spicy sort of background with the hops. So we're going to go ahead right now and pour it. Just pour a little bit. Okay. Look at that head. That's amazing. That's really nice. Doesn't look like a lager head at all, does it? It looks like some sort of ale thing going on. It's very foamy, a little bit creamy too. The little sample I did have of it before left really good lacing. The color is a very pale golden straw color, which is to be expected. So we'll go right to the aroma now. Oh man, oh man. Oh, the hops really come out in the aroma. It's got the sort of grassy, lemony zest kind of smell going on, and it finishes off really spicy. Like the hops, they come out spicy and resiny. It smells very much like almost like an IPA, really. Yeah, a very light IPA. It's like an IPA without quite as much of a sting to it. And what it reminds me of is, actually reminds me of the Garrison Hop Yard Pale Ale, which is dry hopped, and I believe they do some dry hopping too with this one. So it has a sort of a similar smell. It's got the bouquet without the added sting and bitterness of the hops. Okay, so we'll go right to the taste now. Oh wow. You don't usually see me get excited about a Pilsner or a lager, but man, oh man. There is a nice spicy bitterness at the end. It finishes great. This is the best Pilsner I've ever had. I've only had a couple Pilsners, beers that can, honestly call themselves Pilsners. Like, there's a lot of beers out there that are just cheap lagers that call themselves Pilsners. and they're not even close. This one, man, it hits the mark. I dare say it's got a lot more strength and character to it than, say, Pilsener I've. Oh, wow. So, like, up front, the hops is there. You get an underlying sort of grassy sweetness with the malts. And it just finishes with this really, really nice, just slightly spicy kind of hop bite to it. It's a really, really nice balance, and it's not watery in the mouth at all. It's definitely light-bodied, but it's not watery, which is it's a big difference. It really makes a big difference. This has substance to it. There's some substantial body to it, even though it is light-bodied, but it's there. It registers, okay? Yeah, and it goes down so smooth. That's what differs this from, say, an IPA or something like that. It still has that lager crispness and smoothness, ease of drinkability. Just goes down so smooth, even with the a bit more spicy bitterness than what one might expect from Pilsner. It's an absolutely beautiful, beautiful beer. Propeller really knocked it out of the park with this one, I have to say. I think this might nudge their ESB out of second place as my second all-time favorite of their beers. This would only be second to their London Porter, which I die over. It's awesome. But good job, Propeller. This is amazing. The Maritimes has been waiting for, you know, a real good homegrown Pilsner type beer that, you know, it tastes authentic. It has a lot of character, a lot of flavor. It's just, you know, it's good. There's nothing bad about it at all. There's like, I have to give it pretty much my highest recommendation. I mean, it's an amazing beer. There's no fault to it at all. I mean, it doesn't necessarily hit you like a world-class beer with super amazing complex flavors or anything like that, but this is way above average. It's a great friggin' beer, man. If you're ever in the Maritimes, you need to find this one. You need to seek it out, even if you're not a lager or Pilsner fan. I think you'd really like this one, especially if you're like an IPA fan or a pale ale fan, because this is sort of the lager equivalent to that. And you can't get much better than that. After you drink this, you wouldn't want to go back to any sort of cheap standard lagers, I don't think. This is just amazing, mind-blowing. Good job, Propeller.
Slacks are low and your hips are showing.